Good evening. Welcome to Epiphany Lutheran Church this Saturday evening. We're glad that you've joined us for Music Minute today. And we're going to look at tomorrow's online hymns in order today. So we'll start with our gathering hymn. And this is, "Oh, that the Lord would guide my ways." This is a unique tune. It's actually based off of Psalm 119, which, if you're familiar with the number of verses in a psalm, this one has 176 verses. So Isaac Watts, who wrote this, said he took the places of words, law, commands, judgments, testimonies, and he used gospel, word, grace, truth, and promises as were more appropriate to the New Testament. So what we will sing tomorrow in online worship is part 11 of this very long psalm tune. Originally, the tune was written for another poem, and it's a simple tune, and it appears somewhat haunting and very open. And in fact, Paul Westermeyer, who's known for his research and church music knowledge, says he does not approve of this hymn. He just finds that it really doesn't do much. What we'd call hexatonic is what it results at. So, at any rate, we're going to play the tune for you first, and then I will add in a couple of variations of it so that you can hear that. So, "Oh, that the Lord would guide my ways." Very short hymn. I guess it had to be short to get in all the 176 verses that it was referring to. So next we are going to actually turn to an Easter hymn. So this is Day of Arising, and this hymn was commissioned for the annual assembly of the Minneapolis Synod in 1996, the ELCA, and it actually takes the form of a haiku. It's by the very talented and prolific writer Susan Powledge Sherwin. And this tune was actually named for William and Nancy Robbie. And the Robbies are very involved with church music. They actually commissioned this tune to go with the text from Susan Powledge Sherwin from Carl Schalk. And he wrote it and named it for them. Both are musicians, and Nancy's actually a pastor as well. And they've been very supportive of church music. In fact, they have founded the prize, the Robbie Prize for Excellence in Sacred Choral Music, that the Association of Lutheran Church Musicians awards every other year. So the first piano arrangement that I'm going to play, I'll switch over to the piano in a second here, will be reflective of that tune, Robbie. The second piece that I'm going to play will be back on the organ, and that's actually to a tune by Nesson, "Morning Has Broken." Is probably what you know that by, and that's what we'll sing this text to on Sunday or tomorrow in online worship. And it was made popular really as a popular tune by Cat Stevens in 1971. But the reality is the Morning Has Broken tune that we sing was actually written in the 19th century, and it was coming from Scotland. So we're going to give you both tunes. We'll start with the Robbie original tune over on piano. So just a beautiful tune, and certainly there is nothing wrong with that tune. We just don't know it very well, which is why we're going to sing it to the Morning Has Broken tune, and we'll go over to the organ. We're going to have some variations on that. We'll hear what the composer referred to as morning, and then there'll be a bird section, which has sort of the tweedy light sounds of birds. And then the last section will be that morning has really broken, and it'll be grand and glorious and set us for the day. So if we were actually singing "The Morning Has Broken Text," I think you can see how that would just lead to how the sun rises so gently and then ends up in that wonderful recreation of God's new day. And our last ascending hymn tomorrow will be "Praise My Soul, the King of Heaven." And this is another psalm paraphrase, although not one that had 176 verses. The early references on this, though, are interesting because the context of, or the contrast between God and humanity really got left out. So it was originally "Praise My Soul, the King of Heaven," and then Walter Bowman came along and created "Praise My Soul, the God of Heaven," which brought back some of that contrast between God and humanity. It also equalized some language. So there are many versions of this, and congregations, denominations struggle with where it fits and how they put it in. However, that being said, this hymn is actually based on a tune that was argued by some to be the greatest Victorian tune ever written. So it's very important, it's fun, you'll like to sing it, I'm sure. And this variation on it is sort of a big gathering. It's big and bombastic. We'll have Jake on trumpet tomorrow for online worship that adds to that festive feeling of "Praise My Soul, the God of Heaven." Obviously, Jake's not doing trumpet today. He's being my crescendo pedal. Praise my soul after hearing that. So thank you for joining us tonight. We hope that you will join us tomorrow. If you are coming in person, that's at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Please make sure you sign up before you come. And if you are staying at home online, that's okay too. That'll be available on Facebook and YouTube channel at 10:30. Thanks again. We'll see you next week.